Hey guys, today I want to just review interval notation. These notes are posted to week 8 on Google Classroom if you want to print them from home or if you want to bring them up in a separate tab or separate device so that you can follow along on the notes with me. There are going to be some practice problems for you to do, and there is going to be a time where I'm going to have you pause the video, do the practice, and then check your answers. Remember, I am going to host office hours from 10 to 11 on Thursday if you have any questions that you want me to go over on these notes. Interval notation is an alternative way to expressing your answer from an inequality. So graphing is something that every single person should be really used to. If it's a less than or equal to sign, we use an open graph. If it has a less than and equal to or greater than and equal to sign, we close it. Less than goes to the left, greater than goes to the right. Interval notation, which should be a review from last year, but if this is new for you, maybe you want to take this video a little slower, and if this is a review, hopefully this is a good refresher. We express it with parentheses when we use an open circle, and we use brackets if we have a closed circle. If our values are going to the left, they are less than, then they go all the way down to the negative infinity. If our values are to the right, they're going greater than forever. That would be to the positive infinity. You don't really need to put a plus infinity here. This was just to remind you that it's positive. You will want to make yourself familiar with this chart. It's posted, as I said, it's posted in the notes to Google Classroom. You're going to want to go through each of these to make sure that you fully understand when you would use each interval notation. I'm not going to read it for you, but just a reminder that we use open circles if it does not include the number, closed circles if it does. Make yourself familiar with this chart. You can pause the video here if you want to. Or you can try the practice problems and go back for review if necessary. Take a second, pause the video here, do these 6 problems on your own. You are matching the interval notation with the correct graph, and the answers are going to be on the next slide. So pause now. The answers are posted. I just realized that my face is behind number 6. So this is A, B, C. This looks like 6 would have been D. You can't see it, but hopefully that's what you put there. Compound inequalities, that's when we say or. So it includes x is less than 0 or 2 is less than x, which is less than or equal to 10. We use this union sign, which we talked about last year as well, hopefully, that represents the letter or the word or. So you would write this as its own interval notation. X is less than 0 would be a parentheses at negative infinity because you'll never actually include the number infinity, and parentheses at 0. And then or x is less than 2, so parentheses, or less than or equal to 10. So this goes in between 2 and 10, which is why there is a bracket there. Interval notation to represent this graph. So the graph says it is less than 3, or x is greater than or equal to 6. So we have x is less than 3 or greater than or equal to 6. Another set of practice problems on your slide. All of these are text boxes and a text box right here, so you can write out the interval notation. You want to pause the video here, and the answers will be on the next slide. So pause now. The answers are up. This is the end of the first slideshow for today. If you have any questions, swing by on Thursday from 9 to 10 or email me for some extra help.